Hello, Steve here. I apologise for my appearance. I'm covered in dust, and the reason why is I will show you. I'll just swing the camera around. There's a bit more of an update on what I'm doing. I just spent a couple of hours getting this granite worktop off the kitchen so we can replace it. But have a look and see what you think. I think Bernadette's going to hate me. Here it is. After all the painting and doing and getting it all nice and clean. It's only undercoat, by the way. But this is the kitchen. I've removed the back plate. Unfortunately, I tried to remove the grout with a diamond lap wheel, but it did grip some of the back tiles. So I'm going to have to replace them. That'll give Bernadette something to pick. She can pick whatever tiles she wants, but I would imagine she's going to go for probably white. But this is the construction. It's handmade kitchen, and a lot of it is concrete. The tops are concrete, and they've stuck this granite worktop to it, and it was a right pain in the behind to remove. Where the kitchen sink was, I've got to elongate like that because we're going to have a twin bowl thing in stainless steel. But what they use is like a 5-ply, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ply, and they build a framework and everything, and then they pour concrete on the top. And a lot of these walls, that's wood, the end is concrete, but some of them are actually concrete. I think around where the cooker area was, yeah, that's concrete. So I don't know, it would have taken a lot to remove the kitchen and replace it with Western style units, but I think, to be honest, this isn't going anywhere. It's very solid constructed, and I'm just going to buy a new top. I'm not sure whether I have the backing plate or whatever they call this area here, the same colour as the top. I might just go the way of just tiling, because the price of the stone is just under 7,500 pesos. I'm not sure what that is, but it's not that expensive. It's less than £100, I believe. I'll work it out and put a note on the video. But and I got this odd piece here because it's 2 sheets and a little bit, which is a pain in the bum. So I might just put the 2 sheets on and then tile the rest in a kind of like a contrasting or matching tile. But I would imagine, like I say, Bernadette will have some idea of what she would like as a tile. But that's the way it is now. And I had to have the patio doors open so I could breathe. But everything is covered in dust in the kitchen now. But luckily, it's easy enough to wipe down. Everything is smooth, and all the floors are tiles, so it's easy to clean. So I'm going to be buying the sink and the worktops in the next week, I would imagine, but and getting them delivered. And we're getting married next Wednesday, so I've got to sort out my suit and shoes and everything, make sure I'm up to scratch, and have a haircut. So that's where I am at the moment. I shall tack this on the beginning of whatever videos I do next, as you can see hopefully when it's finished in a very short space of time. And I say short space of time, over is probably about a week, 2 weeks. Right, bye for now. Hello from the Philippines again. Steve here. Bernadette is still in bed. It's about 10:30, I think, in the morning, but She's taken to watching videos on YouTube in her own language, romantic ones, and if she doesn't cry, it's not a very good film. Bless her, but she came to bed quite late last night. So I've had breakfast and come over to the house. I'm just showing you what's arrived and how far we've got. I've been a bit lazy the last week. I had a head cold and we went on honeymoon, as some of you may have seen, both of you may have seen on my honeymoon video. But anyway, this is a state of play and I'm quite liking the way it's going. We went out yesterday and bought a fridge freezer, and there's only two of us, but she had to have one of these big double door ones. Maybe she's going to try and preserve me when I actually die. I don't know, but it's huge. But for the price, I don't know, how much was it? Probably about 450 pound, I think it was. And we've got an Italian cooker. It's part gas, part electric. It's got an electric ring on the top. But I don't know whether I mentioned before, but I was cutting out, oh pardon me, the gap where the hob was, because they only had a hob and then a gas tank at the side. So I'm making it so we've got an oven, and it comes with a rotisserie and stuff like that. So it's nice, and that was another 37,000 pesos, which was probably 15,000 more than I wanted to pay, but it is really nice. Stainless steel. Those are coming tomorrow. So I'm hoping to get the worktops cut properly, fitted and stuck down. But let me swing the camera around and show you. Right, this is the stone we had. All the tiles are gone now. That was one hell of a job. One hell of a job. But it's done. But this is a lovely granite. And it's kind of like nice and warm. It's got patches of pink and grey. We chopped it down the middle. That's where the oven is going to go. I've cleared out the wood at the sides, and the original plan was to have a 60 centimeters or 600 millimeters wide one, because it's about 620 at the moment. But we haven't got the depth. It would have been sticking out the side of the wood by about 30-40 mil, which I thought we'll go with a 50 mil wide one, 500, and make it suit that. The height should work out reasonably level with the worktop, but we shall see. If not, I've got room to take out the bottom shelf and concrete in a step to get the height just right, because I want it nice. I want it perfect, really. But as you can see, I had to cut this one slab. I had one of my next door neighbours, who's a really nice chap, come over and help me pick this one up here. You know, it's 2.4 meters long, 20 to 22 mil thick, solid granite. And I thought I could do it on my own, but with my previous back injuries and stuff, I'm trying to act like an old person and look after my body. But I've still got the mind of a 20-year-old, which is good in some ways, but you know, I'm relatively fit for my age. And believe it or not, coming over to the Philippines, I think I'm fitter than I've been for a long time. So that's where we are now. I'm going to do the tiling and stick down the worktops, and obviously cut the top out for where the oven has got to go. I've got diamond lap tools for polishing the edges, and I might put a bit of a bevel or a chamfer on where I've cut it. Yeah, I quite like the colour. And we've got white tiles. I don't know if you can see because the amount of dust I've created over the last few days. They've got a leafy kind of like print on them. So it looks all right. So stay tuned. The rest of this video is coming soon, which hopefully it will show a completed kitchen. Bye for now. Hello people, my family and whoever's following me, I don't know. Just a quick update on the house. I've got the worktops in. I don't know if I told you before. I have got some other videos of it completely annihilated. You've probably, hopefully watched them. But I'm going to swing you around, just show you the tiling and the grouting that I've just done yesterday and today. So it's looking nice. There you go. Let's see it. There. Sinks in, just got to get the taps. That's the tiling. I was a bit annoyed really. I counted the tiles and they're not symmetrical, so I had their whole tiles at the top been cut down to suit, because I am an engineer and a perfectionist. So the pattern had to align, even though Bernadette says, oh, it's white, just put them up. There, I didn't finish it yesterday because I couldn't be bothered to go and get some tiles. But then I realised I had a couple in the boot of the car. But it's looking all right. I just got to connect up the sockets. They're a bit dirty and they've got these kind of like covers with rubber seals. But I don't know, I'm going to try and clean them up. If they don't clean up well enough, then it's going to spoil my kitchen. But we've got the oven to go in. It's gas plus electric. But that's going to go in that slot there. It's all plastered. Obviously I made a bit of a mess. Electric sockets in for the electric side of it. Just got to get some trim to cover up the side mess. But that's where we are now, and we're going to be moving in about 3-4 weeks time. So the kitchen is the main thing really, isn't it? Somewhere to sit, somewhere to do some food. That's the fridge freezer that Bernadette insisted on getting. It's huge. But more space for my beer. Woohoo! Happy days. I just got to tidy up out there now because I've made a hell of a mess with the tiles and the bits and pieces that need to be got rid of. Doors are next. Got to get some new hinges because the hinges were completely shot, really rusted. And door handles, strip and paint those. Get them back on. I've got to paint inside the units again because it was only one coat just to clean it up a bit. But I'll get painting that next week. So that's where we are. It's a huge kitchen. But plenty of space for stuff on the top there. And for two of us, I don't know which cupboard we're going to put our 2 plates in. But there we go. But I think from what Bernadette was saying and her friend at the shop, I'm close to doubling the price of this house with what I've done. So it's tempting to sell this one and buy another 2. But then when do I stop? But I have enjoyed it. I've done it in my own time. Hello. I've done it in my own time and I took some chances really. Sliced me thumb at the end of the diamond lap yesterday. I lost my grip and it went. I thought, oh, that hurts. But yeah, it's going to be nice. I'm looking forward to moving in here because it's a lot cooler than the bungalow, downstairs at least. And we have got air conditioning in the 2 bedrooms up the top. And I've put a water heater in the shower, but you don't need it in the summer. I think the pipes are so close to the surface, and sometimes if you go into Cebu City itself, you can see water pipes and things that's kind of like poking through the concrete. And I'd say the last couple of weeks it's been really warm here. 32, 34, feels like 38, 40. So it's pretty warm, and the water, I like it cool. I've got used to it cool because it obviously cools your body down and you're okay for another 5 minutes. But as it is at the moment, you get in there and it's warm, if not borderline very warm, if you know what I mean. So you don't get no relief. In the bungalow we got aircon unit, but it's not very good. I'm just paying money for a motor to run, I think. But it's okay. Right, I'm going back to see Bernadette, and I'm going to commandeer her and getting her to clean this afternoon, hopefully. Floors are dusty, everything's dusty. We've got to get the bedrooms sorted because, as I say, we're moving in. They've just got dusty because nobody's living in it and nobody's cleaning it. And I've been making one hell of a mess. But there we go. That's the way it is. I love what I've done here. It's a huge kitchen. It's not too dissimilar to what I had to the UK, but we had chipboard units, you know, with MDF doors. I don't know. But this thing is like concrete and steel frame. I found a steel frame when I was cutting the hole for the sink. It's you're not going to move it, and I don't know what the house is the same. The house is a concrete house, but I've seen them going up and like the big condo units and stuff. It's all steelwork inside. There's so much steelwork, and I'm presuming it's because now and again they do have a few weather problems like earthquakes and typhoons. So I haven't actually experienced anything too wild yet, which you know, I feel pretty safe in this house, so it's solid. But yeah, we'll see what the future holds. Anyway, that's it for now. What I'm going to do is, I said last time, show you it when it's finished, but I was so pleased with what I'd done. And once you grout the tiles, it kind of like gives that finishing. And the tile grout itself, well, I'll swing you around again because I'll explain it. It looks very dark, but it's a similar colour to the worktop. So I thought that would tie it in nicely to the worktop. A lot of people say, oh, do it white grey. Then you got a complete wall of white. But I think it's... Anyway, if anybody's got a comment, let me know. Did I do wrong? But it will dry a lighter colour. So that's the theory behind it. Anyway, I shall leave you now and maybe tack on another update on the end of this one. Bye for now.